What's going on, everybody? Anthony Campo here with the Be Battle Ready podcast. And today I want to know, are you battle ready in how you plan your week? So let's jump into this.
The question is, what does it take to build a battle ready business? What does it take to dial in your marketing, sales, fulfillment, and leadership so that you can go to war in the marketplace and win? My name is Anthony Campo, your host and chief coach at Battle Ready Business. This is the Be Battle Ready podcast, Daily Battle Edition. And on a daily basis, we're going to take a deep dive look at what it takes to win in the marketplace. So sit back, relax, and I'll see you on the other side.
All right. So I want to know, are you battle ready in how you plan your week? So this is something where I personally, I've gotten better in the last 60 days. In all true honesty, it's been a big transition from going to work every day to working from home, and you're readily available to put out any fires or anything like that, and with the kids, with helping out with our other business. I've had to upgrade how I get shit done. Going to work is one thing, right? Planning for work, having a structure there is one thing. But working from home has definitely been an adaptation, a change. Who's expected to do what and all that stuff. So, but this doesn't just have to happen with somebody at home. I remember going back when we had the gym, it was pretty easy to get things done. We had a team. It was pretty simple. But even then I was limited. So, I've recently installed into my weekly routine, into my, a weekly habit, let's say, to review my week on Saturday and then plan my week on Sunday. Okay. So I wanted to share with you the general things that I do from a high level so that so you can set yourself up for success and, have an amazing week and be on point and have a cadence in that. Right. Couple things with this. I tried to pack this into 2 days. And I tried to get it done on Friday. It was something I was trying to implement, prior on Friday, but by breaking it up into 2 days, today I'm not going to go over the review, but by breaking up into 2 days, it puts your head in a different space. And the beauty about this is that first you can do it with yourself, and then you can do it with your family. So spouse, whatever that is, same framework, right? And this doing it with my wife, we've recently implemented this together of, reviewing our week and then planning our week. So, and then you can do it with your business. So it's amazing framework to, get yourself focused, figure out what worked last week, what didn't, and then, change up how you're going to approach things in the coming week. So number one, you got to set your intention and what winning would look like for that week. What does success look like for that week, right? So if you're just in a pattern, I remember, me getting in the last year back, at different times of my career, of just getting in a pattern of showing up and doing the work that you usually do, right? Without really defining if this work is actually working, and if it's moving you towards where you want to go, or it's not. So we can just we can just jump in and get to work and hustle and everything else. But if we set ourselves in a position where we're able to identify what winning looks like, what by the end of the week we need to do. Then we can set our daily actions, the work we do during the week, to really move us forward. So instead of just getting things done, right? Or instead of getting stuff that's not that important, that's, maintenance things and which you need to get done. But here's the keys. Once you know the actual, what I call your daily battles or your daily actions, like these are the things that are going to move your business forward. You move your life forward in all areas of your life. Then once you know that, then your day speeds up. It's pretty cool because, and I'll share at the end the last point of how to gamify it, but it speeds up. And then the next thing is setting your weekly, bigger actions you need to take, projects maybe that you need to block out a little bit more time. I call these the weekly missions. What's the missions that you need to get accomplished? And, the way I see it, when you plan a quarter and, or you're launching something, right? I always give 4 to 6 weeks, maybe 2 weeks to plan and kind of build things, and then 4 weeks promotion. That was kind of the general outline that we used to do. And that I teach inside my, teach my current students and clients inside of our private Facebook group in their modules is, how to plan an event, right? Or plan an event isn't just an event online, offline. It could be, something like a book drop or anything like that. It's really an event is something more internal language than it is actual, you're going somewhere or you're putting on something or throwing a party or something like that. But yeah, this would be the weekly missions. And each week you should have your weekly intention pretty much dictates what you're going to be doing for that week, right? And give your week a theme. Inside that intention, give it a theme. The next thing, once you know all the things that you need to get done, you're going to fit those around. You're going to fit those around what you currently already committed to. So if you, for me, my son started going to school, so I'm driving to school. So I know that I've got to fit that around that, right? And I have a weekly mastermind call on Wednesday that I'm a part of. So I've got to be a part of that. So now this is the fourth thing. You've got to take all these actions and schedule around that. Figure out when, where, and how long they're going to take, right? When are you going to do them? How long is it going to take? Where are you going to do them at? So and setting this up on a Sunday, just spending a little bit of time to set this up on a Sunday is vital to set yourself up for success. Because, once you schedule this out, it's like if you were dropped into a athletic event with no game plan. You just started you dropped in a pickup game on in a basketball court, right? You're you don't know the plays. You guys are kind of making up as you go along. Yeah, you guys have fun. Burn some energy. You guys might win, but counter that or compare that to if you were a part of a team that had a game plan for that game, right? You had a plan, you had a playbook. So this is like building your weekly playbook, your weekly game plan for the week. You can even call it your weekly war map or battle plan, whatever you want to call it. So this kind of sets you up so that you can accelerate. And the thing is, once you know, you accelerate into your day. You accelerate into your week, right? And you get in this state of flow where you're moving fast and everything's moving a little bit slower, right? You're just moving faster than everybody else and everything else, right? So that's one of the main reasons why this would be a benefit. So the last thing you want to do, this is where it gets fun, you make it a game. Create a daily, weekly scorecard, right? And what you want to see is hey, if you want to measure your execution, you want to measure execution in correlation to the results you produce on that week, right? You go back to your weekly intentions, what your winning looks like. Those are numerical values of hey, I'm going to get this. If it's in your fitness, right, you're going to get this much. I'm going to lose 3 pounds, right? maybe not that much, but you get where I'm at. And in, certain elements of, of other areas of your life, you're going to do X, Y, Z. Maybe there's something you can measure inside your relationships. And then obviously business is pretty transparent. It has to come down to, how much revenue you generated that week, new sales, things like that. But correlate that with your execution, because here's the deal. If you look at your execution, what you did versus the results you produced, and they line up and you produced X results and you got results off of what you did, it's working. So it becomes pretty easy. And going back to speeding up and having speed in what you do, there's no guesswork, right? And it's easy to stay on track and continue to do and track what you're doing, that it's working. So, but on the other side, if it's not working, then pretty quickly it's not working. That if your execution is high and your results are low, then you're like, look, I need to go back in and see what's not working with my execution. Okay. So, I hope that helps. So if you are, business owner and you're having trouble balancing your personal life and getting all the things you want to do, you have goals in your life. A lot of times if we, as business owners, we focus on our business and we neglect the rest of our life. We let ourselves, physically go. We let our relationships go. If you're looking for a way to, improve how you go about this so that you can each week have a battle plan each week to go to war in the week and just fully dive in and just win the week. If you want a system, a framework, a way to do that, and some coaching around that, go ahead and, hit me up at anthonydcampo.com. We can go ahead and have that conversation. Better yet, just go over to campocall.com. That'll give you a link to my calendar. We can jump on a call, see what you're working with, see what you're looking to do, see what you're struggling with, and see if I'd be a good fit to help you and you'd be a good fit to work with me. So I really appreciate, your time, and I hope you have a fantastic, fantastic day.
This concludes another episode of the Be Battle Ready Podcast, Daily Battle Edition. If you're a business owner with 3 to 20 people and you want to build a battle ready business so that you can go to war in the marketplace and win, head over to battlereadybusiness.com/go to get the conversation started. Other than that, I'll see you next time.